Right here I have these tracing books for kids. Let me go ahead and open these up and show you everything it comes with. First, I actually want to start with the box itself. I think that everything comes so nice and organized, nice and neatly packaged. You can see how it looks straight out of the package, making this such a perfect cohesive gift. Or honestly, if you're just using this for yourself, to have everything nicely in one place. This is everything that comes inside the box, and I absolutely love this entire set. You can see we have 2 of these different pens here, as well as 10 ink refills. We do have 10 little grippy pieces that you can actually place on the pens just to be able to help your little ones be able to grip their pencils properly while they're just learning. We also have 2 little sticker sheets. One of them is alphabet and one is numbers. We do also have this nice visual instruction on how to insert the ink into the pens. And we have 5 of these different practice booklets, and it's going to cover basically everything. These are intended for kids ages 5 through 8, from when they're beginning to learn to write, just by following basic directions and lines, all the way through their numbers and letters, as well as math and spelling, things like that. You can see, for example, this is the practice copybook. This is for ages 3 and up. This is based on the alphabet for preschoolers. And I don't know if you can tell, but up close, there are some really nice grooves on each of these different letters. You can feel the bumps of them, just helping your pen to follow those lines exactly. Just getting in some good habits about how to actually write your letters. You can see it goes through the different letters and samples of how to use these letters in uppercase and lowercase. Then towards the back of the book, it actually goes on about how to spell your numbers and a little practice area along with the months. This other book here is based on ages 3 and up, drawing for preschoolers, just being able to follow some simple instructions, follow some of these lines. I really like that it does some really easy options, as well as a little bit more advanced games, just so it kind of hits all areas. Just some of the fun, creative ways to get kids interested just by putting some of these games in here, I think is really fun. Right here we have this practice copybook for ages 3 and up. This is addition and subtraction, more for preschoolers. So you can see we have our general math rules over here, and we have the same thing. We have our numbers with some simple addition problems. We have some subtraction in here, and I love that it gets a little bit more advanced towards the end. This one is based on multiplication and division. I feel like this is such a fun and perfect way to actually practice these multiplication problems while writing your numbers correctly. And the last one I have right here is based on your general numbers. So this is going to be beginning stages, learning how to write your zeros, 1s, 2s, 3s, and so on. And again, it incorporates some fun little games over here on the side, just keeping the kids' interest and going on to write larger numbers. Before I show you, honestly, the coolest thing about this whole set, let's install some of this ink. You're going to start by taking off the lid right here and just unscrewing the tip. Now we're going to take off the little cap off of the ink itself, place it inside the pen, and replace the tip, screw it right on top. Now you can take one of these little fish pieces. You're going to place it right over the tip of your pen. Okay, so that's going to make a really nice, easy way for beginners just to learn how to hold the pen or their pencil correctly. You can see it has grooves in all the right places. You know where to put your pointer, your thumb, and your finger behind here. Something that I really like about these books is that they are spiral bound here, so you can actually turn them around and just use them one page at a time. Now for the coolest part, this is actually disappearing ink. So while you're actually going to use it to write on the paper, it's going to disappear within a short amount of time. So you can literally use these same pieces of material over 1,000 times, just over and over. So I'm just going to write in this little A column. You can see how the grooves in the paper really help to keep my pen in the exact spot that they should be, even if you don't really know how to do your numbers or your letters. So without barely even trying, you can see it's really nice and easy to stay in those lines. It's like you're just being guided through the whole process, which is so nice. So you can see I just finished the A's, and already you can see the ink is disappearing at the top here, and pretty soon it's gonna be completely disappeared, so it's ready to use again. Honestly, by the time you get to the bottom of the page, you'll be ready to start back up at the top. For writing practice, specifically with these numbers over here, it does give some little guides. It says at the top is like the skyline, the plane line, the grass line, and the worm line. So you can see it shows all of those different characters down here. And it gives you some fun ways you can help to just learn the different capitalized and lowercase letters of the alphabet here. We have had a lot of workbooks over the years that have been really nice, but you can literally only do the pages once using pen and paper. And I like this way to be able to physically write on your paper versus using a tablet or something like that. You just get that real feel. You can see even if I just draw across the paper just like this, it's already starting to disappear. Okay, this is gonna be so helpful whether you're dealing with toddlers or even older kids that are learning some of their math equations. Things like multiplication problems, that's gonna be so useful. Something else that's really nice about these books, you don't have to worry about these pages getting torn very easily at all, just because they are super nice and thick, making them really durable, which is perfect because you're gonna be using these over and over. And because these letters and numbers have a deeper groove than others, it just gives you that better control and just a better sense of practice. Then if you're using this for your first child, for example, you can use this for the consecutive children and you don't have to worry about it being ruined in the meantime. Overall, I really like this set. I think it's so nice for so many different ages, whether you have older kids that are revisiting writing their letters and numbers correctly and neatly, or if you have little kids that are just beginning to do some of these different principles and subjects. I think this is such a great option. And the fact that you have these different pens and 10 refills total, this is gonna last for a long time.